Okay, so we were just looking at the cables and all this crap and the difference between, like, these ones, you know, a quality cable. Here's the one a little bit older from the 3000. Here's another one that's even more weird. I'm assuming that this cable here, so this is how the old HF cables used to be, okay? And I never had any problems with them. They always had 4 pins in them. Nobody ever had the other pins connected. Same thing. So it's just a little bit different of a connector. But they were a lot easier to release. These ones, they don't release. You have to actually like bear down on the clip like really close to it. Whereas these actually have like a pivotal point. You could, you know, lift up. I think this was a better design. Also think that the round pins made better contact than these goofy square pins. But this is an example of like the cheap crap that they did back in the day. I don't know what gauge this is. Does it say 14? It sure looks like it. So they have double 14 gauge wires. And they go with Yaesu. They ran these wires. 4 frickin' wires. Kenwood did that crap too. Kenwood would do this really ugly ribbon wire. I've got one somewhere laying around here. It's just horrendous looking. It's probably over here. But ICOM always had these high quality connectors with a nice protective boot on them. You know, they always did. I don't know where that Kenwood cable is. Here's another crappy ass Yaesu cable. See how it's all zip tied? And that's, you know, how they started making them. ICOMs weren't like that, I don't think, for the 2-meter stuff either. I'm trying to think if that cable is in here. It's not. By the way, I put that over there. I need to put it somewhere else. Really irritated with that damn radio. But it works. I mean, everything works. I'm just trying to figure out what I do with that Kenwood cord. So these are old, you know, back in the day CB cables. Here's another Yaesu cable. So this is how the Yaesus would come. No boot. And we're fine for these connectors. And then we just double up these connectors inside of here with a crimp, and you know, I never had any problem with any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is just another one. I wish they'd have just stayed with this connector. I really don't care for the new ones at all. There isn't any reason. They're not better. So here's a crappy ass Kenwood one. You see how they do it? They've got, but at least it's all bound together. And then they use these really weird fuses. I'm not even sure what radio this came from. I want to say the guy that I knew, who I thought was an okay dude, traded me a broken ICOM 756 Pro. And he tried to not even give me a microphone or a power cord. I traded him an AOS 500, one of the old ones, the good ones. And I knew I was in trouble when I was halfway home. He lived all the way in Yuma or something. But I originally knew him from Washington. Anyway, I knew I was in trouble when I wasn't even halfway home, and I got a message from him. And he was like, "Oh, the amplifier works. I didn't think it was going to work." I'm like, "Yeah, I told you it works. I was using it." So, like, he as if thought that I was trading him probably a broken amplifier, so he apparently thought it was okay to trade me his broken radio that he knew had something wrong with the tuner. And he didn't tell me, and he was getting rid of it because it had something wrong with it. That's why he quit using it. And he wouldn't even give me a damn ICOM cord. He gave me this piece of crap Kenwood cord. I even told him, "It's like, dude, that is not the cord for this radio." "Oh, I I don't have a cord for it then, and so I didn't feel like arguing with them, and I just took the cord. But yeah, these are the Kenwood cords, and I've never liked them. I think these are the ones that had major problems on the 440s. Junk. Avoid them. Anyway, so I'm looking at the other cord down here. Okay, same thing. This is off of the other radio. When you look down here, you see how these wires are joined together. This is that other cord, and this is for that. I don't even know where the fuses are. It's the cord to the other radio, the 920. It's got fuses somewhere. They're probably round, but everything's all tangled up back here. So this is the biggest problem, and all of this stuff could totally be getting RF. So that's another issue here. So anyway, don't care for this design whatsoever. I've always liked the old ICOM cords. I think I have one, a really old one, over here. I do, if I can get it out. I've shoved it into the handle of this radio so I wouldn't lose it. My goodness. So another guy trades me a radio for dirt cheap and gives me this cord like I don't know what the hell. But this is how all the old ICOM cables used to be. They'd either have black or green boot on them. And they'd have these fuse holders. And these fuse holders would break, because they're actually usually made out of Bakelite. You can see. So they break all the time. But these are good. So this wire actually says 1987 on it. And that's actually the year the radio was. So this is the original ICOM 751A cable. I don't think we'll find any more writing on the wire. Most likely made in Japan in 1987. It says Marutoyo, Marutoyo, 12/986, 1980. This half of it says 1988. So it says 88 on this piece and 87 on that piece. And, you know, these were just, you know, better. Let's get all that over there. So, that's my thoughts on these things. All these crappy cables coming from ICOM, or Yaesu. ICOM's the only one making a good cable.